Pike County is a small rural community located about an hour south of Atlanta, dotted with rolling pastures, peach orchard, and row farms. The vast majority of the people that live in Pike County have lived here their whole lives. And although we're seeing a tremendous growth, people are seeking a more quiet, rural community to live in. I became superintendent in 2005, and the first thing I learned when I came to Pike County was how much the community loved the school system. And so we started a process of having conversations with anyone in the community that would talk to us about, if your student spends 13 years with us, what do you want them to walk away with? What are your hopes and dreams for your kids? This community wasn't interested in standardized test scores. They found it to be very meaningless. But they wanted their students to be on a much different journey, one that equipped them with competencies and skills that would allow them to navigate the complexity of the future of work.
In conclusion, there are many sides of food insecurity, but one thing is very clear: it cannot be ignored any longer. It's cool having the freedom to just pick from any topic I see fit and be able to find something I'm passionate about. We can help alleviate the problem by making food accessible and nutritious for struggling school students, as well as reducing the stigma. Thank you.
It's about what real people go through, not just your cookie cutter box of education.
Do projects with each other. We're not just sitting there doing worksheets and worksheets and worksheets.
I like the hands-on experiences we get.
We said, what if we had a complement to our STEM program that engaged the humanities? So we created an Imaginology pathway.
This program, it was wrapped around the humanities and around the United Nations goal, and that students will become more self-directed, and that the pathway is more their pathway than the adults in the building's pathway.
There's a lot of freedom in them, and there's a lot of figuring out how to do it yourself. In some ways, I think that does benefit a student because it provides them with dependency on themselves.
I'm really able to choose what I want to research, not just what my teacher wants me to research. Especially I'm interested in the mental health and athletes, and that's what I chose to do my project over. Around 1 in 5 adults experience a mental health condition at some point in their lives.
We were looking at issues that were going to get the students to deeply think about their perspective of the world and develop empathy. And so we're actually taking that learning from the classroom to action in the community in a really meaningful way that's impacting lives. The concept of Imaginology is not anything that's really new. We got inspiration from thinking about Disney's Imagineers, and that was our inspiration. We thought about creating a pathway to engage students in the arts and humanities that felt like we were creating Imagineers, but creating Imagineers that solved real problems for real people in our community. The Portrait of a Graduate is simply a statement of competencies or skills that a school district wants to intentionally design learning for those outcomes. The core competencies of the Pike County Portrait of a Graduate are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, and personal responsibility.
Each year is wrapped around a United Nations 17 Sustainable Goals. So each year is a little different. For instance, their freshman year, they look around poverty in the world. And so they're looking at solutions for things locally for problems that are global.
As we started to think about what Imaginology might be, it was important for us to decide on a set of design principles. And what were those design principles going to be? Well, it was going to be inquiry-based. We wanted to use design thinking. We wanted to use the humanities. And we wanted students doing real actionable things in the community. So those became our design principles. We knew that there was a wish, that there was a need for students to have a different learning pathway that wasn't traditional and was also not STEM-based.
Taking Imaginology, you get to take the AP classes, like the AP Research and Seminar. Those are really good classes to help with your future and how to present.
So as we were selling this and communicating and marketing this to students, letting them understand that they were going to have a large voice into the design of this course and into the design of their own learning was the magic ticket for success. And so we've had many students want to get into the program.
What's your legacy statement for this whole program, for this whole thing?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting emotional.
Okay.
When our students walk across that stage at graduation, I want them to be confident in who they are.
They have become better critical thinkers in solving problems. I've seen them become better public speakers, being able to present their ideas clearly.
It really allows me to improve in public speaking also.
I can compare it to marching band. Shown how to be a creative problem solver has definitely helped me in my role as leadership in the band.
I like Imaginology because it's very open. You get to go at your own pace.
I've been in Imaginology, the pathway, since 9th grade.
Something I appreciated about the pathway, even from day one, I mean, we weren't locked into something that we had to do.
It definitely provided me with lots of new experiences.
Other APs, I'm worried about my grade. I'm not really engaging in what I'm learning, but in I3, I'm ready to learn. I'm excited.
That's really our future. This be student-led, student-directed, that our students are going to be telling us what they want to do, what problems they want to solve.
I want them to be confident in their skills, confident in their identity, confident that they play and belong to a community that loves them.